But they
He's
basically they
toast.
just rely on the whataboutism and not understanding like the because they go like, well, what about when Biden and Pence had documents? I think even Rob Noor I think has played that one up.
Well, the Pence investigation is closed, but they need to close that Biden one. It's been going since January. This guy, Robert Hur, is a special counsel that nobody knows about. But I think he's going to wrap that up, and then he'll come out and say what he found, which will be, I found some phone records from Biden's time as vice president. Who gives a because there can be anything as classified documents. So right now, the right is running crazy, saying basically Biden had the same stuff Trump had, which is
Which
we don't
is
have any proof of that at all.
completely absurd. Yeah.
But I mean, what I'm saying though, ultimately, is Trump could be found guilty and pending going to prison. Though I don't know if he's going to spend time in prison. They probably put him on house arrest in Mar-a-Lago.
Oof.
But
For the
if that's the
documents
case,
I feel like weren't there a couple of minimum sentencing guidelines for that were prison time?
I don't know if there's minimum. I think the only one that has minimums is the RICO charges in Georgia, which is 5 years. But yeah, but he's facing like 10, 20 years on those documents charges for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, he could be convicted and he could be heading to jail. And so I wonder if the RNC says, dude, we're not going to win if we have a guy that's going to prison. Like, it's just impossible. You know, I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, the RNC doesn't want him. That's hard, right? You really
Right.
don't want, if you're a Republican, you don't want Trump anyway. Because if you run a candidate, there's two huge issues, I think. And nobody talked about the second one. I don't know why. Maybe it's not as big an issue as I make it. The first one is that Trump has already lost to Biden, right? So that's already dark. Why the f- do you run the same candidate? Nothing substantial has changed to worsen Biden's image. If anything, I would argue it seems like it's gotten a bit better. We're not in World War III and all the inflation largely been okay, and the major legislation. So Biden's image, I don't think has gotten worse. And then Trump's image definitely has not gotten better. Now, whether the documents have made it worse or not, right? So running Trump against Biden again seems. And then two, let's say Trump were to win. Now you've got another presidential election you've got to fight for in 4 years. He's a first-term lame duck president because he can't run again, right? Because he's already had, which is also really. Why would you want to? If this was your moment to win a candidate against Biden, you're going to pick a guy who can only be one time in office.
No, you're not going to spend $2 billion to get a guy elected for 4 years. But Trump has an excuse. He has a retort to that. He says, I've already been there, and I only need 6 months. I don't need 8 years. I've got it all figured out. I was advised by people last time. This time, I'll destroy the administrative state, as he calls it, headed by Dr. Fauci and his ilk. But, you know, that's just Trump's nonsense. He says he's going to end the Ukraine war in 24 hours, too.
Yeah.
But I agree.
Know his plan is for that, but yeah. I mean, like, he's already been in office and he didn't do anything. So what are you gonna? Yeah.
Nah, he's toast. I think the Republicans are screwed with Trump at the top of the ticket. It's gonna drag them down. Then you got characters like George Santos that everybody forgot about, and a bunch of Trump nominees are gonna get on the ballot with him. I actually think it's gonna be a bit of a bloodbath for the GOP.
Yeah, I mean, their whole party is in a bloodbath right now, right?
It's not looking pretty. Yeah. It's funny to watch them flounder, though. Tell you that much. I wish we could fast forward. And here's the other thing: they're going to try to impeach Biden here. They're coming back into town next week in the House.
No shot.
And they're gonna do it. They don't have the votes, but they're gonna do it because they got nothing else.
When you say they don't have the votes, then what? Somebody's going to do like a motion? Haven't they already done a motion for impeachment or something in the House once? I could be wrong on that. But if they'd
They've introduced articles of impeachment individually, but none of them have come up for a vote. They've been kicked to committees. Well, they came up for a vote, but they were kicked to committees to disappear. But they can vote on opening an impeachment inquiry. That's what they did with Trump. But they don't have the 218 votes that they need. They don't even have the whole Republican caucus because there's like 16 Republican House members that have to win re-election in Biden districts, and they're screwed. They know they'll get killed. So that's what I mean by they don't have the votes. But if they don't impeach Biden, then they're going to look like he didn't do anything wrong because they've been hysteric about the Biden crime family. Have you been following all that? It's so convoluted and insane with Hunter Biden and all this stuff.
Yeah, they like their Hunter Biden stuff, but I mean, has anything new come up, or is it still the same Burisma stuff?
Well, now they have an interview with this general prosecutor that got fired in Ukraine, and he's claiming that millions of dollars went to the Bidens. But of course, he's not under oath, and he's some corrupt over in Ukraine. But they had
wait, who was the guy? Who was the lawmaker? Was it Giuliani or was it Ted Cruz? Who said that they had talked to somebody and they had recordings and proof of bad Hunter Biden dealings that never came to light? Do you know who I'm talking about? It was a big figure that did this. Was it?
That's in the FD 1023 FBI form of some informant said that there's recordings of Hunter and Joe Biden talking about getting bribes and stuff. Is
Was
that
it
what you're
Rand,
talking
no,
about?
Rand Paul? I thought that there was an actual big politician that came out and said, I heard the recordings, and they show.
I haven't heard that.
I feel like I watched this happen on screen. Like I watched a guy say this. Not Rand Paul. I feel like it was like an A-list like Republican. Damn. Okay, I don't remember. James Comer?
I don't.
Okay, never mind,
James
maybe.
Comer is the chairman of the oversight committee in the House. It might have been, but I don't recall someone saying that. It's possible. But Ted Cruz also thought a shark was swimming on the 405 freeway recently.
Yeah. Was it Tucker Carlson? Maybe I don't know. Was Tucker Carlson the guy that like? Was it Tucker Carlson or Glenn Beck where they said like 4 years ago they had 100% proof of something, but it got lost in the mail?
Yes, Tucker. He had somebody FedExed. I think it was Hunter Biden's like laptop or something. Like a copy of the drive was FedExed to him, and it got lost.
And then he
something.
said he claimed it got lost in the mail.
Evidence of their crimes. Yeah. But the latest was they brought in Hunter Biden's ex-business partner, this guy Devin Archer, probably did with Hunter. He was on the board with Burisma, and he said he would know if they got any bribes, and he said under oath that he didn't see any evidence of that. And in fact, that prosecutor was somebody they liked at Burisma. So I guess Biden got paid $5 million to do the exact opposite of what he was supposed to do. So it just none of it makes any sense at all.
Something that is really frustrating to me that Rod Rosenstein did this beautifully when he was getting grilled by Jim Jordan in front of Congress. I wish people would understand the difference between saying random and saying stuff under oath. And I thought that was just the perfect response that Rod Rosenstein gave when Jim Jordan was grilling him. And he was like, what about these reports in the media? And Rod said, listen, if you want to talk to them, bring them under oath and talk to them. But I mean, I'm under oath. They're not. Why am I going to talk about what they're saying, basically? And I thought that was a really good point. I wish people would take that with more, because you saw it with like Giuliani, right? The difference between what he said under oath in front of a judge versus what he was claiming on the TV stations was night and day and shit. But yeah, that's very frustrating when people take with so much creative stuff that people just say to the media.
Totally. And now the GOP now is just hinting at things and saying we've got whistleblowers that haven't come forward yet. They're going to testify under oath, but they haven't yet. You know, they're playing these games now. They're getting real desperate. But I think it just helps.
Apparently,
Biden
it
in the
was
end
Senator
because
Chuck Grassley was the one saying he heard the tapes or something, but now later on it said that they don't exist. Maybe might have been him. People chose
he's been running his mouth from Iowa. Yeah, he also said he found a pigeon on his porch. He posted on Twitter and said somebody come pick it up or something. Like he's not all there.
Okay.
He's also 147 years old. But yeah, that sounds like Chuck Grassley. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, listen, I just wanted to come bug you about politics. People come by my channel all the time. And they're like, dude, talk to Destiny. I'm like, I can't go in there, man. It's like Orbiter Spotlight comes out when I go say what's up. So
Yeah, that's how it goes, dude.
anything
the
else
next,
going on with you?
No, just chilling. When's the next Republican debate?
It's next month, I think the 27th. There'll be a debate every month through the end of the year.
Oh yeah, jeez.
You should come. I'm gonna pressure you now. We had a little panel with Hutch, Erudite, and Dylan, and we talked for about an hour before the debate. I think it would be great if you could come to the next one. No pressure, but I think it would be fun. We had a lot of fun. We had no conservative rightoids, no brain worms. It was just us chatting about what we think is gonna happen.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Before or after, I probably wouldn't mind doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would have fun. You were away on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
All right, man. No, I'm not gonna let you say anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You. All right.
All right.
Thanks. Later, bro.
I love you. Bye.
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right. Bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.